Simplifying fractions. Let's look at the two rectangles that we have in front of us. Now inside one, we've got 8 squares. And inside this one, we've got 4 rectangles. Now, on the left-hand one, I'm going to highlight 6 of these boxes. Okay, so there we've got 6 of the boxes highlighted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In other words, we have 6 out of the total of 8 highlighted. 6 out of the total of 8. Okay, let's now look at this box over here, and I'm going to highlight 3 of these boxes. Okay, so there we've got highlighted 1, 2, 3. So 3 out of total of 4. Now what you'll see is that what's covered here is exactly the same as what's covered here. In other words, what we can say is that 6 out of 8, 6/8, is equivalent to 3 out of 4, 3/4. Okay, so how is this working? Well, here you've got a 6 and an 8, a 3 and a 4. If there is a number that you can divide both the top number, the numerator, by, and also the bottom number, then you can keep the value of your fraction the same, but simplify it by using smaller numbers. Now it just so happens that if we divide 6 by 2, we get 3, and if we divide 8 by 2, we get 4. Another way of looking at this is that what we're actually doing is looking for the highest common factor between the top number, the numerator, and the bottom number, the denominator. The highest common factor, sometimes just written as the HCF, highest common factor. Let's look at a few examples, see how we get on. So let's start with 14 divided by 20. Is there a common factor between 14 and 20? Yep, there is. The next question is, what is the highest common factor? What's the biggest number that you can divide both 14 and 20 by? Well, in this case, it happens to be 2. So if you divide 14 by 2, you get 7. If you divide 20 by 2, you get 10. So we've ended up with a fraction with the same value, but we've simplified it. We're using smaller numbers, and we did that by dividing the top by 2 and by dividing the bottom also by 2. Okay, let's try a couple more examples. Let's go for 65 divided by 100. And let's also go for 21 divided by 27. So why don't you pause your video at this point, have a wee go at it yourself, see how you get on. Okay, for 65 over 100, the smallest number, rather the biggest number that you can divide both 65 and 100 by is 5. So, if you divide 65 by 5, and you also divide 100 by 5. Well, down here you'll get 20. Up here you'll get 13. So there you go. 65 over 100 can be simplified to 13 over 20. What about this one over here? Well, again, the biggest number, the highest common factor that you can divide both the numerator and the denominator by is 3. Divide 21 by 3. Divide 27 by 3. And you end up with 9 here and 7 here. 21 over 27 can be simplified to 7 over 9. Thanks for watching.